If you spend $80,000 on a camper van and it needs a new transmission at 60,000 miles, you didn't buy freedom, you bought a money pit with a bed in it. Most people research camper vans by watching tours, pretty countertops, cool lighting, clever storage, but here's what nobody tells you until it's too late. The difference between a van that serves you for a decade and one that drains your bank account isn't the interior, it's what's under the hood and who designed the electrical system. Today, I'm walking you through the camper vans that actually make sense if you want to travel, not wrench. Because nothing kills the joy of van life faster than realizing your dream rig is the reason you're stuck. We're talking about real-world reliability, part availability, repair costs, and which builders are designing for longevity instead of Instagram. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which vans to shortlist and which ones to walk away from, even if they look perfect. Section 1. The maintenance trap. Let's start with the biggest mistake, choosing a base vehicle because it feels premium. The Mercedes Sprinter sounds like the smart choice. It's what you see in every van life video. It's refined, it's powerful, it rides smooth, and to be clear, plenty of Sprinters go 200,000 miles without major issues. But the ones that don't fail in very expensive, very predictable ways. Here's the problem. Sprinters use a 3.0-liter turbo diesel that's known for emission system failures, DEF sensors, EGR valves, DPF regeneration issues. These aren't occasional problems, they're pattern failures I've seen in enough service records to know they repeat. Imagine this, you're 300 miles from the nearest Mercedes dealer, it's 95 degrees, and your DPF system just locked you into limp mode. You're not getting towed to the local shop, you're getting towed to a Sprinter-certified facility, waiting 3 days for a part from Germany and paying $200 an hour labor. Compare that to the Ford Transit with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6. It's a gasoline engine, no DEF, no DPF, no turbo diesel complexity. Parts are everywhere. Any confident mechanic can work on it, and if something does break, you're looking at half the repair cost. And the engine is only half the battle. Wait until you see how the builder can make or break your van. Section 2. Why the builder matters more than the base van. Here's the controversial truth. The van itself is only half the equation. The builder determines whether you're fixing things every 6 months or driving worry-free for years. Let me explain. Most campervan converters are glorified furniture installers. They build beautiful interiors, but the electrical system is an afterthought. They use residential components that aren't rated for vibration. They don't account for voltage drop. They overload circuits. Picture yourself 2 years in. You're boondocking in Utah, your inverter keeps shutting off randomly, and your lithium batteries won't hold a charge. You call the builder, they tell you to check the fuses. You check the fuses, nothing. Now you're diagnosing a poorly designed system with no schematics, no support, and no clear answers. The vans that make sense come from builders who obsess over the unsexy stuff. Winnebago Revel and Solus are built on the Ram ProMaster and Transit chassis, and here's why they're smart for low-maintenance buyers. Winnebago uses automotive-grade wiring, sealed electrical compartments, and designs that prioritize serviceability. When something breaks, you're not ripping out cabinetry to access a fuse. Everything is documented. Parts are labeled. You can actually fix things yourself or hand a mechanic a diagram that makes sense. Contrast that with a custom Sprinter build from a small shop. Gorgeous walnut cabinet, sure, but the wiring? A rat's nest behind the wall. No schematics, proprietary components. When the solar charge controller fails, you're hunting down some guy named Derek who built it in 2023 and doesn't answer emails anymore. And if you think buying new protects you from this, let me tell you about the warranty loophole that almost nobody reads. Section 3. The specific vans that actually deliver. All right, let's get concrete. If you're in the US and you want low-maintenance peace of mind, here are the vans that make sense. Option 1. Ford Transit-based builds, specifically the Winnebago Solus or Coachman Beyond. Why? The Transit EcoBoost engine is bulletproof by modern standards. Ford sold hundreds of thousands of these as work vans, so the repair data is everywhere. You know what fails and when. Transmissions are solid. The 10-speed auto has its quirks, but it's not grenading at 50K like some Sprinter units. And the Winnebago electrical system uses precision circuits components, the same stuff in RVs that run for 15 years.
The lithium system is simple, expandable, and uses standard Battleborn or Victron components you can get anywhere. Option 2, Ram ProMaster builds, but only if you get the 3.6-liter gasoline V6. The ProMaster is controversial because of its older platform, but here's the thing, it's simple. Front-wheel drive, naturally aspirated 3.6-liter V6, no turbo, no complex emissions. It's basically a Dodge minivan engine that's been in production since 2011. Mechanics know it inside and out. The catch, avoid the diesel. The 3.0-liter eco-diesel is a reliability nightmare in North America. Stick with gas. The Winnebago Travato on the ProMaster is the move here. It's designed for full-timers who need things to work, not impress. Option 3. If you're in Europe, VW Grand California on the Crafter TDI. This one only makes sense in Europe where diesel infrastructure is still strong and VW parts are cheap. The Crafter shares components with the Sprinter, but benefits from VW's wider service network across the EU. The Grand California is factory-built, which means every component is designed to integrate, no retrofitting, no guesswork. But here's the one van I'd tell you to avoid, even though everyone raves about it. Section 4. The surprising truth about reliable brands. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, Storyteller Overland Mode and other adventure vans built on the 4x4 Transit or Sprinter AWD. People love these because they look capable. Big tires, lifted suspension, off-road bumpers, and yes, they'll take you deeper into the backcountry, but here's what nobody mentions. Every modification adds a failure point. That 4x4 conversion, it's done by Quigley or U-Joint, both solid companies, but you're adding another drivetrain system with U-joints, transfer cases, and differentials that need service. That aftermarket suspension, it changes geometry and wear patterns. Those 35-inch tires, they stress wheel bearings and braking systems that weren't designed for that load. I'm not saying don't buy one. I'm saying if you hate maintenance, a 4x4 Medallion is the wrong choice. You're buying capability at the cost of complexity. If you want true low maintenance and occasional off-grid camping, a standard 2WD Transit with good ground clearance and a smart electrical system will get you 90% of the places for 50% of the headaches. Now here's the one thing every buyer should demand before signing anything. Section 5. The non-negotiable checklist. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. Before you buy any campervan, demand these 3 things. 1. Full electrical schematics. If the builder can't provide a wiring diagram, walk away. You need to know how the system is designed, where fuses are, what gauge wire was used, and how circuits are protected. 2. Confirm the battery system uses standard components. If it's a proprietary battery or charge controller that only the builder sells, you're locked in. Go with Victron, Battleborn, Renault-G. These aren't sponsorship picks, they're picks you can still buy 5 years from now. 3. Service accessibility. Open panels. Check how you access the water heater, the inverter, the charge controller. If you have to remove the bed or disassemble cabinetry to access a fuse, that van will frustrate you for years. Here's my take. The best campervan for someone who hates maintenance isn't the prettiest one or the one with the most Instagram followers. It's the Ford Transit with a gasoline EcoBoost built by Winnebago with a simple, proven electrical system and a layout you can actually service yourself. It's not sexy, it's not going to win Van of the Year from some blog, but in 5 years when your friends with Sprinters are on their 3rd DEF sensor replacement and you've done nothing but oil changes, you'll be glad you bought boring. Because boring vans age well, and complicated ones age expensively. If you want off-road capability, get a 4x4 truck and a camper shell. If you want luxury, rent when you need it. But if you want a camper van that works without drama, keep it simple, keep it serviceable, and keep it gas. Now I want to hear from you. Am I right about the Sprinter? If you've owned one for 3 years or more, tell me exactly what broke, when it happened, and how you fixed it. Let's crowdsource the real reliability data here, not just marketing hype.